Hey everybody! So we are going to continue working on poems this week, and for the past 2 days we've learned a lot about similes. Similes are when you compare two things using the words like or as. So today we're going to talk about metaphors. Can you say metaphor? Okay, so metaphors are when you compare two things but you don't use the words like or as. So I have some examples pulled up here that I was going to share with you. So a simile would be, I was standing perfectly still like a statue. So you're comparing standing still to a statue, okay? And you used the word like, so it's a simile. Now here's a metaphor. My sister likes to go to bed early, but I'm a night owl. So that metaphor is comparing the person to being a night owl. Do you guys know what a night owl is? A night owl is someone who likes to stay up all night. So they were comparing themselves to a night owl. They were saying that they like to stay up all night. So I'm going to read a couple more. And before I tell you what they are, I want you to try and figure it out on your own. The cafeteria stew was as tasteless as mud. Simile or metaphor? It's a simile because they used the word as, okay? They said the cafeteria stew was as tasteless as mud. They were comparing the stew to mud. Okay, I'm going to read you another one. You're such a chicken. Metaphor or simile? It's a metaphor because you don't have the words like or as. It's comparing the person to being like a chicken, but it doesn't use the word like or as. You're such a chicken. No like or as, so it's a metaphor. Okay, two more. By tomorrow, our house will be as clean as a whistle. Simile or metaphor? It's a simile because they compare using the word as. Your house will be as clean as a whistle. Okay, last one. Life is a roller coaster of emotions. Simile or metaphor? Metaphor. They do not use the words like or as. Okay? So, I'm going to read you a couple of lines from just a really short poem that I have pulled up here. Sorry, Rue does not like metaphors. And I want you to tell me, are these two lines that I read to you comparing things with similes or metaphors? Okay? Poised between going on and back, pulled both ways like a tight rope walker. Simile or metaphor? Simile. It was saying that this person was being pulled both ways like a tightrope walker. Here's another one. Listen carefully, okay? I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats high over vales and hills. Similes or metaphors? Similes, because it was saying that they wandered lonely as a cloud, using like or as. Here's another one. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. Similes or metaphors? Metaphors. It was comparing hope to singing and being part of your soul, but it did not use the words like or as, so it cannot be a simile. Last one. I must go down to the seas again, to the vagrant gypsy life, to the gull's way and the whale's way, where the wind is like a netted knife. I know there's a lot of big words in these, but did you hear the words like or as? No. So that one was a metaphor. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some similes and we're going to make them metaphors. So, the snow is like a white blanket. It's a simile because I said like. Now let's take out like, okay? And we'll make it a metaphor. The snow is a white blanket. Now it's a metaphor. Here's another one. He shines like a star. Okay, so that's a simile. It has the word like in it. Let's make it a metaphor. He is a shining star. I'm going to read the next one. It's a simile. I want you to try and make it a metaphor and see if yours is just like mine. Her hair was long like a flowing golden river. Try and make it a metaphor. Her long hair was a flowing golden river. Let's do another one. The calm lake was like a mirror. You try and make it a metaphor. What if we said the calm lake was a mirror? Okay, you're just taking out like or as. Let's do another one. The falling snowflakes looked like dancers. You make it a metaphor. The falling snowflakes are dancers. Okay, here's your poem today, guys. And this is the poem that you're going to do the graphic organizer for, okay? So you need your mental image, if there's rhyming words, and when you do the figurative language, you're going to be looking for both now, similes and metaphors, okay? So I want to see both in that box. This poem is actually written by a kid, and it's called Spider. A spider is a black, dark, midnight sky. Its web is a Ferris wheel. It has a fat moon body of legs. Oh, I read that wrong. It has a fat moon body and legs of dangling string. Its eyes are like little match ends. That's it. I'll read it again, okay? Spider. A spider is a black, dark, midnight sky. Its web is a Ferris wheel. It has a fat moon body and legs of dangling string. Its eyes are like little match ends. So you have a copy, or you can listen to me read it again, and listen for the metaphors, what's being compared without the words like or as, and the similes, what is being compared using the words like or as, okay? So you have your graphic organizer for this poem. You also need to do some metaphor pages in your figurative language workbook, okay? So the pages that you're going to do are 9, 10, and 11, okay? They're all really easy though, so don't worry about it. And you guys are all very smart. So pages 9, 10, and 11 in your figurative language workbook, okay? The graphic organizer. And I want you to write an opinion paper about spiders, since we're talking about them in our poem. Do you think that they're cool and awesome, or do you think they're creepy and gross? Give me 3 reasons and 3 examples for your reasons, okay? All right, bye guys, see you tomorrow.